Why can't you just leave Switzerland alone for once? Always talking about high cost of living here, high cost of living there, blah, blah, blah. You know what? Okay, fine. I will not talk about Switzerland in this one particular video. Instead, I will talk about traveling to Lake Como. Well, I don't promise that Switzerland won't be brought up, but I'll try. Before I start talking about my travels, let's actually take a look at where Lake Como is located. The lake is located in the northern part of Italy, and it's known as a touristic spot for its scenic views. Coming here from Switzerland is a piece of cake because we have direct trains to this place called Chiasso, and from Chiasso you only have to pay around $2 in order to get to the actual Lake Como. Lake Como is huge and there's a lot to explore, but one fun fact is that there was a scene from Star Wars that was filmed in Lake Como itself. But we couldn't go there because it was a little far away from the place that we actually visited, so maybe next time. And now I'm going to tell you all about my travels. I got up at around 8 in the morning, made my iced coffee and made my way to the train station to meet my friends. Here I was attempting to do a fit check because I wanted to show you my ridiculously high ankle socks. This was the very first trip that actually made it out of the group chat, and surprisingly it was all pretty much last minute. I find that the most spontaneous plans are usually the most memorable ones. Switzerland has lots of places for us still to explore, but the reason that we decided for Italy was because of the terrible weather in Switzerland. At times, when it didn't rain, the temperature would go down to like 10 degrees, so it almost felt like it was winter. Filming a group of people on the train was a little more challenging than I had anticipated, and as you can see we set up our camera, but it turned into this weird Dutch angle, a little sinister, but yeah, we captured as much as we could on the train. My friends are graduating with their master's degree this year, and because the job market is so uncertain, this may be the last summer we spend together in Switzerland. Not the last and forever, but just the last as students, so we wanted to make the best of it and travel as much as possible.
My mind is going a mile an hour. That fast.
Finally, after a 2-hour-long train ride, we arrived at our destination. Going to Italy and not having a pizza is like going to Switzerland and not having any chocolates. It's just not the full experience. I ordered pizzas with anchovies and honestly mine was a 10 out of 10, but I don't think my friends enjoyed their pizzas as much as I did mine. The one problem with this restaurant was that they gave us really blunt knives, and towards the end we all ended up just giving up on cutting the pizzas and started eating it with our hands. Before the food coma got to us, we went to find the funicular, but the line was just way too long and was not worth the wait for us in such bad heat. Instead, we walked around until we found a park, then got really thirsty and stopped at a bar to rest. And that is when one of our friends told us how Lake Como was actually formed. And if you're interested, Lake Como was basically formed about more than 10,000 years ago when glaciers carved deep valleys in the Alps, and after melting, they left them filled with water. So it's the Lake Como that we know today, which was once glaciers.
We can make it 40.
Is it pronounced glaciers or glaciers? I'm not sure. So this is pretty much all that we did. It was a very short day trip to Lake Como. After sitting at the bar and having iced coffee and our soft drinks, we decided it was time to head back home. And on the way, we stopped by this magnificent, mesmerizing cathedral. It was amazing to look at, although I don't know what exactly it is. I think it's a cathedral. And yeah, then we made our way home, and in 2 hours, we were back in Switzerland. This was one of our first trips and hopefully not the last, so if you've enjoyed this video, stay tuned for more travel videos, but they'll most likely be in Switzerland, so I'm sorry, but I'll have to talk about Switzerland.